Copyright disclaimer. Under Title 17 U.S.C. Section 107, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips a balance in favor of fair use. Okay, this is from Courthouse News Service. Man says Scientologists enslaved him as a boy. Dated December 1st, 2009 by Tim Hull. Imagine, all this time they know. Los Angeles. A man claims the Church of Scientology forced him to work as a virtual slave for 16 years at jobs ranging from washing pots and pans. They loved to make the children the cooking staff, to restoring old films produced by Scientology founder L. Ron Hubbard. Is that located in Scientology International, where they do the films? Anyways, if you guys know, let me know. John Lindstein says, in a case that settled the following year, that he was kept busy, poor, tired, and uninformed by Church of Scientology leader. We got to blame it all on Davy, right? Davy does it all, right? At the church's ranch in Hemet. They just love to call everything a ranch, don't they? Nothing ranch about it. And feared that things would get even worse if he did not work as ordered. You guys, doesn't this sound like the last 5 years throughout the world? But, what do I know, right? Lindstein's Superior Court complaint alleges human trafficking and violations of hour and wage laws at the church's Gold Ranch. They love their ranches, their fake ranches. Compound near Hemet, a semi-rural area because they love the isolation, just like the Lower Ranch, the one in New Mexico that Nathan Rich was at, and others. Semi-rural area southeast of Los Angeles. Imagine that the LAPD act like they don't know any of this is going on, and the FBI and the Bureau of Justice and Department of Education, all of these agencies pretending they don't know anything's going on, to include CPS, Child Protective Services. And we know what happens in CPS. If you know, you know. Lindstein says that from 1990 until 2006, starting when he was just 8 years old, he performed his work as a virtual slave. And it's still going on. Imagine that, you guys. Working 16 to 24 hours a day with no sleep. Production. No time off and no personal freedom at Gold Base. A mysterious and once secret headquarters that resembles a prison camp, with razor wire, security guard patrols, surveillance posts, and 3 roll calls each day. They're called musters. Because, L. Ron Hubbard, the convicted felon, black-tooth potbelly, military flunky, Aleister Crowley fan. Crowley couldn't stand him, of course. Just complete loser. Flunked out of physics and a whole bunch of science classes that he tries to act like he's an expert in. It just goes on with him. He had to call them musters because he couldn't make it in the Navy. By age 16, Lindstein says he was working for Golden Era Production. That's it. Didn't the Headley, what's his name, Mark Headley, did he work in Golden Era Productions? And What's the other guy's name? The guy who, trying to think of his name right now. Mitch Brisker? Yeah, all that child abuse, but they never talked about it, did they? Huh, weird. Golden Era Productions, Scientology's film production company, restoring Hubbard's films from the 1970s. He says he often worked 24-hour days, this as a child, by the way, as the tedious frame-by-frame work that would normally cost more than $400,000 per movie to accomplish at industry rates. Wonder if Mitch Brisker saw him when he was over there. Huh. Lindstein and his crew of 5 were paid $50 per week, he says. Aren't they paying him $47 a week? You know the Freemasonic number? Lindstein says Miscavige and others intentionally, consciously, and wrongfully... Why is it always Miscavige? I mean, I'm just so sick of it. Wrongfully made a tactical decision to ignore labor laws. Everyone in there ignored the labor laws. Everyone ignored the labor laws. You know, the WOG laws that our government agencies don't seem to have any concept or idea what's going on in Scientology. Their chances with a compliant and intimidated workforce, you know, children, in hope that the running of the statute of limitations would in the long run save them millions of dollars. Production, stats, ethics handlings, children making amends, children writing KRs on other children, mothers writing KRs on their daughter or their son. I mean, it's just sick. Lindstein says that Miscavige runs, you know, like Miscavige with Rinder and all those other folks that were up at the top levels, all of them. Miscavige's little groupies. The Scientology enterprise with an iron fist, according to his own rules, you know, and they all follow along. It's called complacency. Ask LAPD about that. They know all about it. And enjoys the lifestyle and job benefits of royalty, while those at the bottom of the food chain live like slaves and inmates. Yeah, we should ask Tom Cruise about that. Tommy, you're okay with all the child slave labor in Scientology? Do they get to polish your super expensive motorcycle for you? Or maybe they can shine your shoes, huh, Tommy? Like you can't afford to pay for your own staff, huh? Those who tried to escape from Gold Ranch and were caught were assigned to the Rehabilitation Project Force, in which workers, you know, children, faced a brutal regime of manual labor, have no freedom of movement, and are subjected to almost total deprivations of personal liberties, according to the complaint. Church of Scientology spokeswoman, oh, this should be great, Karen Powell, said the church would not comment on the allegations. Ooh. Lies, yeah. The complaint filed by John Lindstein against the Church of Scientology, International, and others has not been served, Powell said. Ooh. Oh, Powell, you're so powerful. We do not comment on cases to which we are not a party. Oh, just tell us some more short stories, Powell. In his complaint, Lindstein says he was eventually pushed to his breaking point and he found a way out. That's how it usually goes. A lot of people don't make it out alive. And that's the point. He says he has since been declared an enemy of Scientology, you know, a suppressive, given a large illegal bill. What is that, freeloader's debt? Scientology, the biggest freeloader in the world. The biggest freeloader in the world is Scientology. for his purported Scientology training and cut off from friends and family who are still under the control of the Scientology enterprise. Yeah, because they're following the Hubbard policies. Given a large illegal bill for his purported Scientology training, and cut off from friends and family who are still under the control of the Scientology enterprise. Lindstein wants the church to pay him at least minimum wage for his years of work. He is represented by Barry Von Sickle of Roseville, California. So, it goes on and on and on. On and on and on it goes. And his parents just sacrificed him. So the government. So do the LAPD. LAPD is all about sacrificing the children. Yeah, I said it. What you gonna do? So I will leave a link in the description box. Like and subscribe if you choose. Otherwise, have an amazing day or night wherever you are. Peace.